What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nico, and in today's video it's going to be something completely different than we've ever done. We're actually going to be making a website with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI source I'm sure you guys have heard of before. This idea came from me messing around at work one time, and I found that ChatGPT can actually just help with code in general. I'm going to show you guys how easy this is to set up, how you ask it questions to get your results that you want, and eventually get this finished product. I have very little experience coding in HTML. I'm more of a PowerShell and a batch CMD kind of person. So I literally just strictly use ChatGPT for everything HTML. I mess with a few code here and there to tweak a little bit of things that I wanted to show you guys. But essentially, this is all ChatGPT helping me make this. Let me know your ideas down in the comment section down below, if we should try something different, if this video helped you at all. And let's start getting into this so I can show you guys how cool this is. Let's start off by understanding what we want to do first. Personally, I just want to make a website that is dedicated to music. So let's try that. So with our first question asked, this is the code that we come out with. Now we need to set up our file structure under our computer somewhere. So first I went ahead and made a folder called ChatGPT and then started putting stuff into this. This step is extremely crucial because if you don't have the structure correct, none of the code will work. Once you've created the structure and made a text file, go ahead and copy all of the code that ChatGPT gave you and go ahead and put it into this Word file. Another very important step is to change your extension name for the file. So since we're doing HTML code, we cannot have this under .txt. We need this to be .html. Go ahead and double click on your new file and this should pop up something similar to this. If you double click on this and it becomes a text file, your extension name is not correct. I'll show you how to fix that. If you go to File Explorer and you go to the View tab at the top and click on Show, you can check a box named File Name Extensions. Okay, cool. So we have our website just with a basic index.html code. Let's grab a little bit more. It looks a lot like Spotify, so I want a unique color palette using color theory. So let's ask ChatGPT to fix the code and give me a unique color palette. Okay, great. ChatGPT just gave me a different code for a different color palette. Let's go ahead and open up the file, open it with a text file, and we should just be able to copy and paste it straight in. Perfect. Let's open up the file. Boom. A different color palette, very unique. Let's keep going with this. So this is great and all, but there was a little bit of imperfection I saw while I was looking at the website. First off, it just says my name, like literally your name. Let's make it change it to Nick. Also, when I click on the pages that it also says for different workout playlists, classic playlists, and even vibe playlists, it doesn't take me anywhere. We need separate code, separate files for each single website. You guys are probably wondering, why? That's so much extra effort through the files and it's just gonna mess everything up. Separating each single website clears up more space for text and it's just easier to copy and paste different things for specific websites. So let's start out with the naming convention first. Should be very specific and it should be very easy for ChatGPT to fix this. Again, copy your code, put it into index or wherever your main host file is for your splash page, and that should fix that right up. Next, I really want to get in depth with the design and the professionalism of this. So I wanted to edit the images of the playlist. As you guys see right here, it's at 300 by 200. I just want to get a photo on there so it looks a lot more professional. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, cool. I found a photo. I like this one. It kind of fits the theme of which playlist it goes to. Let's go ahead and download this and specify it. Now that we have our photo, let's get the code that ChatGPT had to generate. So as you can see right here, this is what ChatGPT was supposed to do. It was supposed to change my name and it was supposed to spread out the HTML code for each file type for each website. So let's stick to the photo first. First, let's ask ChatGPT, what does the file name of the photo need to be for us to have that represent on the splash page? And let's go ahead and fix the folder structure. Okay, first we can see that we have a new HTML that we need to create. So let's go ahead and create that. Now let's go ahead and import our code that ChatGPT gave us for this specific HTML. After importing that code and saving it, let's go ahead and test it out. Boom. For me, I have to do the same for 2 more. Now we come to the structure. Ask it for the structure. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's analyze what we're looking at here and let's make it make sense. Okay, so project root is going to be what your folder is. Let's go ahead and make the folder assets, then images, and then the 3 images that we're going to want to display for each playlist. Then under assets, I need to make a CSS and a JC, which is kind of optional depending on what you guys have. Then from project root, I need to make a pages folder with all of the 3 HTMLs that I just created, and keeping the index file out, which is essentially what we've been editing this entire time. Please take the time to look at what I have going on here. This is exactly what the file structure should look like if you're representing something like mine. If this is too difficult, just ask ChatGPT to sort it out individually for you and read through the steps. If done correctly, this is what your page should look like. Let me show you guys how we got this image here. Again, going into our image folder, we should be naming these exactly what ChatGPT is telling us, which is chill-vibes. To make this look a little more professional for you guys, I'm going to go ahead and grab the workout playlist and the classical music playlist images and put them in the same respective folders, just like this. Refreshing the page, this is what I see. Now, next step, for me personally, this is completely sidetracked. I don't really like the style that much. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to completely revise all of this. Okay, let me break this down for you guys. So originally in our index, we had some style already into that main file. Now we separated it so that now we can edit the style, and now that we can edit some of the code. Let's go ahead and show you how to do that. ChatGPT separated this 2 different ways, the CSS code and the index code. So first, you're going to want to go into the file repository that the CSS will reside in, which is this for me. Create the same folder structure, make a new file, type in style.css, which is for me, and then import that code that ChatGPT gave you for style.css into style.css. Do the same for the index code. You need to have that updated just as well. And here is the website with the new style and new different CSS code. At this point, the website looks really good, and there's a couple things I want to change just to make it a little more professional. So what I did was grab a screenshot of the splash page for ChatGPT and told it I want a couple things different. You guys already know the deal. Take your CSS code that you get, put it in the CSS style, grab your index code and put it in the index code. There's nothing more to it. It's kind of just finagling it from there. Now the tricky part for this, for me, started to come that ChatGPT didn't want to produce all of the code over and over and over and over again because it would waste time and I would just have to keep asking it prompts. It's just extra. So what it started to do was push it into very specific lines of code. So this is how I did, grabbing that specific line of code and either replacing or adding on top of the code. And for me, ChatGPT wanted to change this part. Yeah, so it completely changed it, and I actually like the way it looks. Let's keep it. I just want to finagle a couple of different things. It gave me different codes for different things that it might suggest. You don't have to use them all. I didn't use them all, but I did grab one thing. A search bar. It's not functional, but it looks good. Before we wrap up the video, I felt like something was missing off the page. There's just too much open space, and I don't know. I wish I could just do something else. So I want a photo right on top of the search button, just so it looks a little more, I don't know, fitting. So that's what I did. I asked ChatGPT, hey, I want a photo right above the search bar and I want it to be a PNG so it's transparent. And this is what it gave me. Of course, quite not a photo. we still need to add the photo to our files before it can show up here. And sweet, right after doing that, I put the photo in and boom, there it is. Now the only thing I did change that I didn't ask ChatGPT to, because I already knew how to do it, was just making the photo a little bit bigger. And I'll show you guys how to do that too. And here's our polished page. I think it looks great. Now the links don't take you anywhere except to some basic HTML code, but I don't even care about that. The point is just to show you how you make a website with ChatGPT, and I think we did it very successfully. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, for me, it was pretty simple to understand what ChatGPT was asking me to do, and it gave me all of the code just to make a very generic web page. Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, any ideas for next video, and that'll be it, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.